Good Chodesh, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to share some Divrei Torah with you this Rosh Chodesh Tammuz. So the theme for today's Dvar Torah is the concept of Emunah. Not just Emunah in Hashem Yisbarach, but that a Jew should have Emunah in himself. And I love the topic. It's a very beautiful Indian in Avodas Hashem. And what it's telling us from the get-go is that the world of Emunah is much greater and much more vast than just my understanding of Hashem Yisbarach. It's the understanding of the self. And really this idea of Emunah in oneself goes hand in hand with the Emunah which we do have in Hashem Yisbarach. There's a beautiful piece from the Tzidkas HaTzadik, Tzadik HaKohen from Lublin in Siman Kufnan Dalet in his Sefer, where he writes the following: Kishem shetzarech adam lahamin b'Hashem Yisbarach, just like a Jew has to believe in Hashem Yisbarach, kach tzarech achar kach, so too afterwards he needs lahamin b'atzmo, to believe in himself. And he explains, Ratzah Lamar, what does that mean to believe in yourself? Because believing in yourself can mean many things. So he explains, sheyesh l'Hashem Yisbarach esak imo, to believe that Hashem Yisbarach has something to do with me in this world. V'she'einenu poel batal sheben laila, not just a person that I'm here haphazardly, by chance, and I go through things day to day, g'chayaisei sada, like animals in the field, shela'achar misasam nevdu ve'enam, and we go through a whole life in this world and nothing's going to be with us. Rak tzarech lahamin ki nafsho mimakar hachayim Yisbarach shemo, that a Jew has to believe that he has a neshama which comes, its source is rooted in Hashem Yisbarach himself. Hashem Yisbarach misaneg umishtashas ba kisha'osis ritzona, that Hashem has tremendous delight in us. So what we see from here is that belief in oneself isn't that a person should believe in his potential, in his talents. Right? That could be said even for a guy. There's a special emunah which pertains to a Jew, and that has to do a lot with self-identification. That when a person looks in the mirror, he's able to see beyond the physical of himself and to recognize, I am a neshama. And neshama means a piece of Hashem. And if I'm a piece of Hashem, that means that Hashem has a special love for me, and that Hashem himself believes in me. And when I say I'm believing in myself, I'm believing in something which runs much deeper than what I even know about myself. And so it's very hard for us to have this emunah, because it's very difficult many times for us to feel that we're important in a world of 8 billion people, that we mean something. And we mean something to the creator of the world. And it takes a lot of strength for a person to believe that. But really, most of our shortcomings, says Rabbi Nassim from Breslov, are due to the fact that we don't believe in ourselves, that we don't think special of ourselves. And in fact, Chazal tell us that a Jew has an obligation to say, B'shvili nivra olam, that the world was created for me. And the reason why Adam was created just as one person, that every single Jew should look in the Torah, and he should see in the Torah that this Adam is me, this Chava is me. And that's how precious I am to Hashem. Like the Baal Shem Tov HaKadosh said, that if a parents had only one child, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, every single Jew as more precious to HaKadosh Baruch Hu than his only child. So therefore, part and parcel of Emunah in ourselves is wrapped in with the belief in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And it's just an offshoot of Emunah in Hashem, is Emunah in ourselves. And he ties this into the pasuk which we say by Az Yashir, Vayaminu b'Hashem uva Moshe Avdo, that this was called Emunah in Hashem and Emunah in Moshe. And he develops the idea that every single Jew has a spark of Moshe within himself. And so therefore, it's just one Emunah, Vayaminu b'Hashem uva Moshe Avdo. And it's a very important yisod. We're coming up to a time now of the 3 weeks. And the 3 weeks means the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash. And the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash in Tisha B'Av goes back to last week's Parsha Shlach, which is the whole mice of the episode with the Meraglim. They gave an evil report about Eretz Yisrael. And part of the report of the Lashon Hara, which they said in coming back to Moshe and Klal Yisrael, is the following pasuk: V'sham ra'inu es hanafilim, we saw the fallen ones there, b'nei anak min hanafilim, the great giants from this breed called the Nephilim, v'anihi be'eininu kachagavim, and we were in their eyes like grasshoppers, v'chein, we were in our eyes like grasshoppers, v'chein hayinu be'eineihem, and so we were in their eyes. And so the Kotzker and others say that this is really the Nakuda of where the Meraglim fell short. They said, we were in our eyes like grasshoppers because we were standing next to these giants. We felt like ants, Rashi says. But if a person has a real, true emunah in himself, he doesn't judge his self-value based on his height, based on his weight, based on his looks. That this person is 20 feet high and only 5 feet tall. It makes no difference. At the end of the day, a true, deep understanding of the Jewish soul means I'm a piece of Hashem, I have a neshama. And if they came in with that reality check, then it would have been a whole different ballgame in Eretz Yisrael. In fact, there's a medrash. The medrash says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu accused Bnei Yisrael and said the following thing: "Vanehi be'einenu kachagavim," that you were in your own eyes like grasshoppers. V'chein hayinu beineihem, and so you were in their eyes. So we were in their eyes. The medrash says, who told you you were like that in their eyes? Maybe you were like in their eyes like malachim, like angels. And the Mefarshim bring out that really the two things go hand in hand. That this is just a rule. Just in psychology, but just in the world, is that the way that we see ourselves is the way people will perceive us. And because they saw themselves as being lowly people, that's how they gave off that perception to others. If a Jew carries himself like a neshama, then people around them will notice also that he's a neshama. And the whole world will be a different world in him because he's carrying like a neshama. And that's really the yesod of all mitzvahs, is that the yesod of emunah, which is the root of all mitzvahs, that included in that emunah is the emunah in ourselves. And if we feel confident in who we are, that we're really cut out for Torah mitzvahs. Because we're tailor-made by Kadosh Baruch Hu to be neshamas. And if we're a neshama, then all the mitzvahs pertain to us. It's like natural to us. We were made for this. So the more that a Jew has emunah in himself, the more that he is not just living a life of Torah mitzvahs in a natural way, in an uplifted way, in a way which is true with simcha in every which way. But it's really at the core of the building of the Beis HaMikdash. In fact, the Gemara tells us in Gittin that the Beis HaMikdash was destroyed because of a midah of Zechariah ben Avkulis, who was one of the great sages at the time, that he had too much anava, that he had too much humility. That too much humility, which means that a person doesn't understand his own self-worth. That there's a very delicate line between healthy self-image and understanding seeing myself as a neshama and seeing myself as nothing. If a person doesn't see himself correctly, that's grounds for Churban Beis HaMikdash. In fact, Chazal tell us here that Moshe gave the letter Yud to Yehoshua before he went into Eretz Yisrael, and Targum says the reason why he gave him the letter Yud, because he saw Yehoshua had too much humility. So Yehoshua was one who went into Eretz Yisrael and he survived because Moshe invested in him and he gave him a piece of that Vayaminu B'Hashem of Moshe Abdo, a piece of that greatness of Moshe. Whereas the other Meraglim who didn't get that gift, so they fell. So really, the core of building the Beis HaMikdash and everything we're approaching is how we see ourselves. It's such an important nekuda. And so HaKadosh Baruch Hu should help us that as we approach these 3 weeks, that when we work on this midah of emunah in Hashem, which built into emunah in Hashem is our own understanding of emunah in ourselves. Not only are we working on building ourselves up, we're working on building up all of Klal Yisrael. We're building the Beis HaMikdash. We should be zeicha to see that with our own eyes in the coming days.